What if I told you? The purpose of your life isn't to be happy. In fact, I'd argue that chasing happiness is one of the fastest ways to become miserable. That probably sounds strange because it's the exact opposite of what we've been taught our entire lives. Do what makes you happy. Follow your passion. You only live once. Somewhere along the way, we became convinced that the success of our lives should be measured by how happy we feel on any given day. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes we've ever made because happiness is an emotion. And if you judge the success of your life by a fleeting emotion, you're setting yourself up for failure before you've even begun. Ask someone what the purpose of life is, and you'll usually hear some version of the same answer. To be happy, to find your passion, to enjoy life. Notice something. All three have in common. They all point back to you. Your happiness, your fulfillment, your gratification. But what if purpose isn't something you invent? What if it's something you discover? I've found that purpose isn't created by thinking harder. It's built over time through responsibility. Every time I've taken on more responsibility, my life has become more meaningful. Marriage, running a business, being there for friends and family, none of those things made every day easy. They didn't make me happy all the time, but every one of them gave me a reason to get out of bed. That was bigger than myself. Purpose isn't waking up excited every morning. Purpose is having someone or something that still needs you when you don't feel like getting out of bed. Before we go any further, let's define happiness. Happiness is the feeling you experience when life is going the way you hoped it would. It's an emotion. That's important because emotions come and they go. Some days you're excited, some days you're frustrated, some days you're anxious, some days you're sad. Does that suddenly mean your life has no purpose? Of course not. Yet that's exactly what many people begin to believe. They change jobs, they leave relationships, they move to new cities because the grass is always greener, right? They're constantly searching for something new because they've mistaken temporary emotions for permanent direction. The problem isn't happiness. The problem is making happiness your compass, your entire purpose. If your emotions determine your purpose, then your purpose changes every time your mood changes. And that's exhausting. Let's zoom out. Imagine waking up 10,000 years ago, no grocery store, no hospitals, no air conditioning, no Uber Eats, and definitely no retirement plan. Every day began with one question. Can I keep my family and I alive today? Do you think hunter-gatherers spent much time asking themselves whether they were happy? Probably not. They were too busy surviving. Throughout most of human history, people woke up with extraordinary responsibility. Feed the family, protect the village, raise the children, prepare for winter, build the shelter. Their lives were difficult, often brutally difficult, but they had purpose. Today, we have more comfort than any generation before us. Food arrives with a click. Entertainment is endless. Medicine has extended our lives. Our homes are climate controlled. Yet, anxiety, loneliness, and dissatisfaction seem to be everywhere. Maybe that's because we've confused comfort with purpose. Wanting to be happy isn't wrong. Making happiness the purpose of your life is. So what is responsibility? Responsibility is accepting ownership over your actions and their outcomes. It's carrying something that matters. That's where purpose grows. Not in excitement, not in comfort, but in responsibility. It starts with the small decisions, not because making your bed magically changes your life, but because purpose is built through consistently doing the things you know you should do, even when you don't feel like it. Everyone has that quiet voice inside them. I should call my parents. I should stop smoking. I should apply for that job. I should go to church. I should exercise. Purpose isn't found when those thoughts appear. Purpose is built when you act on them. Over and over again. Year after year, I can't tell you exactly what your purpose is. No one can, but I do know this. If you don't take care of yourself, you'll never be able to take care of others. Eat well, exercise, protect your mind, build discipline, then start looking outward. Volunteer, help a neighbor, support your family, donate your time. Purpose expands as your responsibility expands. Every meaningful thing in life requires sacrifice. The people we admire didn't accidentally become successful. A healthy marriage requires sacrifice. Building a business requires sacrifice. Raising children requires sacrifice. Getting a PhD requires sacrifice. Even six-pack abs require sacrifice. Nothing meaningful comes easy. That's why Jesus didn't say, "Go be comfortable." He said, "Carry your cross. Deny yourself. Serve others. Love your enemies." Those aren't symbolic ideas about chasing good feelings. They're instructions for living a meaningful life. Most people think faith means believing without evidence. Blind faith, I see it differently. Faith is trust. Trust that your hard work matters. Trust that doing the right thing, even when it's difficult, is worth it. Trust that God is shaping your life through responsibility, not comfort. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is purpose. The next time you find yourself wondering what your purpose is, don't ask, "Am I happy?" Ask yourself, "Am I growing? Am I becoming someone others can depend on? Do I love myself enough to take care of my body and mind? Am I serving anyone besides myself? Am I becoming more trustworthy? Do I trust that God is leading me somewhere worthwhile?" If those questions make you uncomfortable, good. That's where growth begins. Don't wait. Don't worry. Take the next step. Take on a little more responsibility. Build something bigger than yourself. Because happiness isn't the destination. It's the byproduct of living a meaningful life. Your purpose will change. Your responsibilities will change. Your circumstances will change. Keep growing with them. Because every day is an endeavor. So stop chasing happiness and start building a life worth living. What's one idea in this video that you agreed or disagreed with? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. If this challenged the way you've been thinking, we'd love to have you join us as we pursue a more meaningful life, one everyday endeavor at a time. Subscribe if you'd like to follow the journey, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.